Hi guys, just welcome and give you a bit of an update on the Baphalane Solar Farm Project. For everybody out there that doesn't know me, I'm Anton Oberholzer, the CEO of WIA and also the CEO of WIA Global. WIA Invest SA is the one I'm referring to now, that has signed the agreements with the Baphalane Community Trust, and our solar project in that northwest area of Baphalane is then 100 megawatt. That 100 megawatt has got 400 megawatt BESS connected to it, battery energy storage, and we're proud to say that it has also got a agricultural footprint as well. And that agricultural footprint will be taking place under about 10 megawatts of solar panel, and that the community then would be able to then do the agricultural farming under the solar panels. So the panels are lifted over 3 meters above, and obviously we can plant and we can have sheep and we can have whichever way of farming to get the community involved and get their product to market. We've even got a huge building that we're building for the product to then be processed and packaged and taken to market. So this is a great project that we got involved with. And how we got involved with that, we met with Dwayne from Fairmont Capital, and obviously to get involved with the community as such, and how would we fit in with our scope of work and also with theirs. So I was lucky enough to meet with Dwayne, and Dwayne had got the project to a point where he needed investors and also a bit of vision, and how do we move forward to get to the project to a financial point where it's then at financial close. And we started there, our journey started there. Dwayne, I'll just get you straight to the point. Please, if you don't mind, could you maybe just enlighten me about Baphalane?
Sure.
And the reason why we are.
I came across a very interesting community out in the Northwest Province called Baphalane Development Trust, which represents Baphalane community. They said to me, we've got some land, we've got a bit of capital, we don't know what we really want to do with it. An energy project seemed like a good idea, right? And I think we went through a process like, how do we put this together? Where we're at now, and kind of reaching out to you, I was to say where the project's at now is it's at a point where we feel we need to bring in two things that are critical to the project, right? The one critical component to that is we need to bring an off-taker to the party. And we were kind of...
So if you're taking off-take, you're talking around the PPA?
PPA, correct, right? So we need PPA for the project. Why? Because from an ESCOM perspective now we also need PPA, right? But also from a project bankability perspective. But again, my understanding from what you can do is to say, I'll bring PPAs to the project, and also how do we raise some funding for the project.
For the capital. So for that, I'd ask you please, if you can get the deal together and put us in the right space of meeting with the community, I'm sure we can do something.
Sure.
It's right up our street now.
No problem. Okay.
From Dwayne, I met with the community trust and also the head of the trustees, which was Lucas, and from there on we signed a partnership agreement. From that journey with Lucas, after our contracts had been signed, our partnership started. Well, now that we're sitting down and we have a bit of time alone, obviously I've met with Dwayne, and Dwayne has shared the project with me, also shared the importance of the community and yourself heading as leadership on the community, and the trust for that matter. And obviously the vision to get 100 megawatt onto the grid with the agri-voltage and how that fits in with the community and the support around that in job creation and obviously being a part and parcel with an equity share cum partnership agreement, which means forming part of the selling and the income of the energy. So that's exactly what WIA's vision is. We are an investment company, And our investment, or shall I say our vision, would be basically the upliftment of community, and also it's a little bit further than that, changing the focus of a community member.
Thank you very much, Antonio, once again, for allowing this opportunity to happen between me and you. Your vision is actually aligned with our vision. We have developed a trust called the BDT, Baphalane Development Trust, upon getting some dividends from one of our mining partners around the northern region. So we have sat down and decided how, because we know that we are living within the destitute community, of which we are actually having over 10,000 hectares of land available, and then we have over 40,000 people living around there, and then employment is very rife in terms of youth, and then your statement actually attacked and then actually cover what actually the reason why is for our investment purposes.
And I'm glad to hear that your vision and our vision seems to be aligned. So for that, again, thank you for coming. Appreciate so much your time and effort you've put in. Thanks so much, Lucas.
Look, my
I appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much.
It's been a great meeting, eh?
It was, definitely. I'm looking forward to working with you.
No, for sure.
In the sooner future then. Eh?
No, thank you so much. Lucas. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you,
eh?
thank you, sir.
Cheers, eh?
Bye.
And then from there on, we were introduced to a company name of IX, which was Hans Karamacher. IX was appointed to become the designing engineer, the development engineer, and also now it's going to become the owner's engineers for the project. I had to then get involved with the architects, take them to sites where this is my vision, this is what I want to do. So from there we went from concept designs and then full designs, and then we went to architectural designs that have been approved, site development plans been approved. So heard a lot about you. Apparently, you started IX way back, and obviously you guys are the owners engineers on the project. You've been appointed. I'm busy doing the DD on the project. The project was introduced to me by Dwayne, as you're well aware, from Fairmont. And from there on, I met with Lucas and them just to bring you up to speed. And then from Lucas, I said I'd like to meet obviously with you guys just to see what you've done, how far you are. Take me through that process a little bit so I can just understand that.
Yeah, so IX Engineers actually goes back to originally to 1977 in history. Yeah, so then on Baphalane, we got appointed by Baphalane Development Trust, actually through Wayne, which we also met prior to us actually getting involved in my early days as well. Okay. And in that case, we identified this as a pilot project where we can get a community themselves as a project owner involved in the project. For that reason, we also brought in some job creation. And we introduced agrivoltaics, which is a concept of also bringing in solar into the agricultural side, so that by providing solar, you can actually farm below those panels
the structure
as well.
then, eh?
Originally, we looked at then. After we just started on phase 1, which is 100 megawatt at Baphalane phase 1, we then looked at the total project at that original stage with a phase 2 for Baphalane. As a phase 2 for Baphalane development. We then looked at the connectivity to a Spitskop substation of Eskom. We were at 550 megawatt originally in total, but with solar PV, but we then reduced it to 500 to match the size of one substation at Spitzkop itself.
Well, yeah, that from our side I think would be good enough for today's meeting. Very excited from our side to get involved. Thanks for sharing your time with us, enlightening us on what you've done and what IX has done and where they've come from. Okay, for that it's then enough. I'm happy with what I've heard. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Appreciate it so much, and I'll let you know. I'll share the email with you and with your team, and let's meet you at your office next time. And whilst we were busy with that within these 19-20 months, I was lucky enough to meet with Jennifer. But yes, she represents China and business from China to Southern Africa at municipal or even country level. So Hans actually introduced me to Jennifer and said, Anton, there might be some synergy from your side to their side, because somebody has to obviously build the plant. So speak to Jennifer and let's see how we can get a short list of EPCs. Right. Hi Jennifer.
Hi.
Nice to eventually sit next to you in the boardroom.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it so much. Jennifer, we've passed each other in the office many times. In English they say we rub shoulders. So we've rubbed a bit of shoulders. We've had the pleasure to meet. I'm well aware of what you do in the contribution for China in Africa, in Southern Africa specifically. But in saying that, I know that you're aware of myself buying in the equity in the 100 megawatt, 500 megawatt cluster in the Northwest Province. And our next step would be, we need to meet with EPCs. And I believe that you have a list of EPCs that you can maybe suggest.
Thank you for the opportunity. And I've been in South Africa for nearly 28 years. And I'm more involved with the Asian investment company, or as I call the investors. So I think so far I have several Chinese state-owned company or corporation. They are looking for the opportunity in establishment in South Africa. So I think the top three or top one or two will be the Power China. I think so far it's top one. Power China, overseas name is Hydro. And they also got a subsidiary like Northwest Engineering Company. So I think I may introduce them to you. I think they should be the one of the best.
One of the best.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll leave you with that then. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Nice to
if you
meet
could
you.
maybe
Thank
make
you
the
again.
call and get back to me, and then let's see if we can meet with them a little bit later and move on. Yeah.
We'll do it immediately.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Okay. And she then, made the suggestion that let's go to Huawei and speak to them, share the vision with them, and leave it up to them as to do they see this vision, want to get involved in it, whichever way, shape or form. And obviously she handled that for me, and we got to meeting with Huawei, and we had a strategic meeting with them as well, maybe follow-up meeting after that. We then realized that we share the same vision within WIA scope of work, and then Huawei scope within this country and schools and the like and community. And then from there on we ended up signing up a strategic partnership agreement with Huawei. It made sense to, after that agreement had been signed, to acquire all our equipment for our solar energy farms from Huawei. So before we met then with the EPCs, it was one of our conditions that we would get all the equipment from Huawei, and that equipment then would be used to build our farm, or shall I say our plant, our energy plant, on the farm. Okay. Hi, Bob.
Hi, I'm Son. Welcome to Huawei.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah.
I really, really appreciate it. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm glad that we can eventually meet and see how we can do an alliance and see how we can roll out our projects in the next years coming.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a great pleasure to be with you, and thank you very much for inviting me.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, concerning that then, I think from both our sides now that we are here,
Yeah.
you're well aware of our project, the Baphalane 100 megawatt project, also the cluster, which consists of 500 megawatt. Our vision would be to share and see how we can get our vision connected with the vision of Huawei. But to start off, we're starting off with Baphalane 100 megawatt. And for that, for us to get started, I think the main thing would be to share the NDAs.
Yeah.
If you could share your email with me,
Yeah.
I'll make sure if I get back to the office that the email reaches you, the NDA. Do you need your legal team to check it? And if so, could you maybe give me a timeline on how long that will take?
Yeah.
So do you need your legal team to check it then once you receive it?
Yeah. I think I will share my details with you,
Okay.
my email, and once I receive your NDA, I will ask my legal team to go through it.
Okay.
I think in 2 days' time.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's not too much things to change,
Okay.
we'll come back to you.
Come back
We
to
can
us,
sign
eh?
it. Yeah, sign
We
it.
can sign now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Thank
again.
you. Thank you.
I'll
Thank you
make
very
sure you
much.
get
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
paperwork as quick as
Sure,
possible,
sure,
and
sure.
then if you can just share the email.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I will do
Thank
that.
you so much, Paul.
Thank you. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it,
Thank
eh?
you very much. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks
eh?
for coming.
No problem. So from there on, I was then introduced by Jennifer to Power China. We shortlisted them. I like the power energy, I'm not saying energy behind the company, maybe those are the right words to use, but they were vibrant, they were looking for new business, they were honorable, they kept to their word, things that are important in business because it's easy to sign a contract, but can you deliver on that? So those sort of things motivated me to work with them through this 11th month process to get to sign what we call an EPC contract. And that contract is now empowering Power China to go to site on the 15th of January and actually start building our plant. Jennifer, that was quick, eh? Yeah. I mean, it wasn't an hour and you had the main house, so you pulled a few strings. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
No, I can see you mean business when you talk now. So thank you very much. Jennifer, for that sake, who did you bring and who am I having the pleasure to meet?
Yeah, I think that the one of the subsidiary from Power China and is Northwest Engineering Company. They have several projects also involved.
Frankie, nice to meet you. I'm Anton Obalza. I'm the CEO of WIA Invest. We are looking to invest into this project and also the cluster. And we also signed a co-ownership agreement with the community. So we're at the point where we need to meet with EPCs and share some data and hopefully appoint EPCs to get to an EPC contract. So for that, very nice to meet you, Frankie.
Nice to meet you also.
Yeah, and you say you are a representative of
Northwest Engineering.
Northwest Engineering Corporation.
Yes, I'm happy. Thank you for your trust and thanks for you, Jennifer, and your trust to involve NWE to involve this project. We will do our best to give you most competitive quotation.
Oh, thank you so much. So we're looking forward to get started on the ground, but unfortunately we need to do the quotations. What I liked what you said to me is you look at the pricing and you see how you can accommodate me as good as possible on the pricing side. So for that, thank you so much. Appreciate you for coming. Let's get the NDAs. Jennifer, I'll send it to you. And from there, obviously, you can pass it on and we can get it to your legal team, sign it off,
Okay.
get it back, and then let's start the process, Frankie.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much. Guys, yeah, today was a very memorable occasion. It's the 30th of October 2025. We've worked on this project for 5 years the Baphalane 100 megawatt cluster of 500 megawatt. We are at Huawei's premises in Woodmead. We've signed a strategic partnership agreement with them, and we eventually signed our EPC contract with Power China and Northwest Province, which is our EPC contractors from China. And as I said, it's been a very memorable occasion. It's 5 years of hard work. We're going to build 100 megawatt, put it on the grid within the next 18 months. Phase 1, phase 2, 250 megawatt. Phase 3 is going to be 150 megawatts, so in total it's 60 months of work, and we're selling energy to Eskom and private sector as well. So we are very excited to eventually have reached this point, signed the agreements with everybody and the partnerships agreements. So a great memorable day, and for that I just want to applaud everybody that's taken part in this journey of ours, from our family all the way down to the professional people that we've just met. But yeah, for me it's been a great honor and a great experience, and we're looking forward to see what the future is going to hold. Thank you very much for all your support.
Today marks not just the conclusion of negotiations, but the beginning of a shared journey towards the implementation of Baphalane project. So as we witness this agreement and the signing of this agreement today, we're actually looking forward not to only delivering a successful project here today, but also building a relationship for the future additional 400 megawatt of the Baphalane cluster. This total cluster then consists of 500 megawatt, and the target is also to include the 1,000 megawatt hours battery energy storage in the project.
We will try our best to try to show our advantage in the construction and the design, and also the EPC for the solar and BESS projects, to make this project a very famous one in South Africa. We will try our best. Let's all look forward to the success of these projects in the future. We can also make a good relationship with each other through this cooperation. Hope better and more cooperation in the future with all of you. Thank you. Thank you all.
First, it's our great honor to organize this event. And from Huawei side, we are fully committed to support the success of this project and to support the success of the whole journey of WIA for your big vision. And as a long-term partner of Power China and Power China Northwest, I think we are always stand by you to support your success. And we are always ready to work together with you for future business, also for the success together. So in closing, congratulations again for today. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So in knowing the little bit of a roadmap, and if I may use the expression, the link to get from one point to the other point, in knowing that now, all that obviously leads up to our launch, and from our launch getting to site next year, and then starting to build.
When businesses and communities choose to walk the journey of development together.
To celebrate and start the 100 megawatt solar PV project.
And we've enjoyed sharing our vision with you and getting you to this point. And here we are, look, it's the start of everything. And we shared this vision of taking Baphalane 100 megawatt, using it as a proof of concept, and then spending the next 20 years within the community and rolling out infrastructure development within that community, where it might be uplifting of the schools, uplifting of the roads, uplifting of shopping centres and hospitals and alike. Our PPAs are for 20 years, so we are committed to stay and help the development of the community, the Northwest Province community, and looking after that within the supplying energy, and also then supplying the upliftment of our community. And that's why the partnership for me was key. It's still key, and that is that's our vision as WIA. WIA stands for Worldwide Initiative. So I think with Baphalane 100 megawatt to the 500 megawatt, I want to make sure that it becomes a proof of concept with this initiative that we want to do. We want to see our children at schools having connectivity. We want to see our schools being self-sufficient, and we want to see our community thrive within the business sector of their community. So for that's what we WIA's vision is.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Dwayne de Oliveira, Fairmont Capital, and we're here today to launch the first project in the Baphalane cluster of projects, a 100 megawatt solar agrivoltaic project, something that's a first of its kind in South Africa in terms of how the project's been developed, something that's a first of its kind in South Africa to really bring on board agricultural voltaics on a math basis, and the first of its kind in bringing different personalities, groupings, and characters together.
The first one is the BESS match with the solar. For the BESS, must be cooperate with the solar together. So we must confirm that the BESS can work together with the solar and give the very stable generation of electricity. For the Baphalane project, 100 megawatts solar together with 400 megawatt BESS. So this project is a little huge in South Africa, and also the technology is a little more complicated in South Africa. So for this project, so we are confident to push the project.
因为这个项目还采取了一个农光互补，就是下部呢还是可以种植我们的植物，对吧？上部利用太阳能发电，对吧？实现一个农光互补，这样有效的、高效的利用土地，对吧？这也是我们这个项目在整个南非应该说在南非一个首创吧。
And also this project is together with the solar together with agriculture. So under the solar panel, we can plant many like the plantings. So it's good for the development of the local economy. Since the project is the contract has been signed, so the construction period is about 25 months. So we will use almost 5 months for the LNTP, the limited notice to proceed, for the preparation of the construction, and another 20 months for the construction. And I think in the 2028, beginning of 2028, we will finish the construction of these projects. Okay.
最后呢，我想说是我们做一个小项目，交一帮朋友，树一个分杯。希望我们这个项目是在南非这个新能源电站的建设上的一座里程碑。
So we want to go through this construction of the project to make friends and make a milestone of Power China Northwest in South Africa.
The project, as we mentioned, is a 100 megawatt solar project based out in a small little village out towards Mokwase called Bojating Village. Bojating Village is one of 9 villages under the Paramount Chief Jose Ramakoka, and those 9 villages comprise about 50,000 people that live in rural areas.
I believe that we have a duty. We have the duty as Baphalane to ensure that we welcome and to ensure that we take out the impediments, the obstacle that can arise. Because as we know, when good things come, even the distraction comes. So that we must take out the distraction and ensure that the project is launched and is completed successfully.
So therefore, I'm very thankful that we have such real, honest partners that are geared to benefit the community, that are geared to improve our lives.
So that's the community. We were fortunate enough to come across WA Invest with Anton, call it 2 years ago, and aligned very much on how do we create value within a community. The investment model is quite an interesting one. It's one that really does speak to proper throughput, what we would call throughput of value to the community in terms of money, as well as circulation of money within that economy. So the Baphalane community is a shareholder in the project, will remain a shareholder project for the next 20 years, however long it stands. But key to the transaction is also how do we enable procurement opportunities, skills development, STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths opportunities to make sure that this becomes a reality. We are grateful to IX Engineers as well as our owner engineer for assisting us in putting it all together, from licensing through to technical work, to technical drawings, and really without them as the bedrock, the foundation of the project, the boring work, as it were, I don't think we would have got to where we are.
And we're really looking forward to getting that project now on the ground. And I think in closing, this project really strengthens not only the energy system, but really brings the project initiated by the leaders of the community trust with some guidance from Dwayne to implementation.
Other key stakeholders, which I think were very important, just going through it in my mind. The project's been registered with Infrastructure South Africa. That's a grouping that sits within the Presidency's office, and that allows us to, a bit of vanity to it, to elevate the project on a certain level, but also in truth commercially places the project in a good position to receive government incentives and government grants. Again, what does that mean? It means more money in the pockets of shareholders, community and WA Invest.
We have witnessed today, it is a project, and I would like to call it a program, which is housed within the traditional affairs because of the chieftaincy that is involved in this. But in it lies the word community. Now, the word community, when you think about the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, for us talks to the people that are then going to be benefiting from everything that would be done insofar as this project is concerned. And we believe that such as a solution that has been brought forward to the community, it started as a vision at a particular time, and kudos and we need to give thanks to both the Chief Khosi and his team, and also the team of Dwayne and Mr. Anthony and all the investors and the engineers that have agreed and came together to bring it to life, right? So indeed, from our side, it makes sense for us to support such, because the development of the community is what will reduce the burden we find ourselves in terms of the young people that are unemployed, the young people that are not skilled, the young people that have mismatching skills insofar as if you're trying to look at what they have versus what the industry from other sectors might need. And that for us, projects like this will help to have young people being skilled, get experience, and for them to be able to apply their trade on this.
We are grateful also to the Department of Land Reform and Rural Development for guiding us through the process of securing land rights. That was quite an interesting process. But again, even that was how do we bring a community together, a community of 30,000 people, bring them to one point to say, no, we're going to put this pond in that village.
So this is the beginning. You'll be made an example when we present, some of the things across all traditional council within our communities.
It won't only be, about solar, but other economic activities will be grown out of this project. and which is an opportunity because currently we have huge parcels of land, especially in rural areas, which are not utilized. And this project, is a beginning to show how important land is, not only for farming activities, but also other economic activities, that will assist the community around.
But the truth is, where we are today is very exciting, very much a relief. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
And so yeah, for everybody out there, thanks for the opportunity to introduce myself, also the flow of events to how we got to this point. So for that, thank you very much. And look out for us in the future. Thanks, man.